Tonight, boosting small businesses.
I am Justin Robichaux in Havre. A new business revitalization fund can help businesses in the Highline community. We'll tell you how this can help on MTN News.
Plus, supporting Cascade County families. I'm Tim McGonigal in Great Falls, and coming up, I'll tell you how detention officers at the Cascade County Sheriff's Office are using discount gift cards to help make the holidays brighter for some families in need.
There's just been an influx of people needing more food at the moment.
Providing fresh, locally raised meat to families who need it most.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 10 o'clock news.
Good evening, and thanks for making KRTV your choice for news at 10. I'm Tim McGonigal. First this evening, small businesses along Montana's High Line now have access to funding designed to help revitalize downtown districts and attract more customers to local businesses. MTN's Justin Robichaux has more on what it means for business owners.
A new business revitalization fund is here to help businesses financially in the Highline community. I went to Bear Paw Development Corporation to see how it works.
The total amount of the fund is $350,000, and it's specifically meant for small businesses in downtown business districts to improve the look and feel of their business.
Bear Paw Development Corporation Executive Director Paul Tuss says they have been laying out the groundwork for the fund in the Highline community for quite some time.
We're excited about it. We've been talking to entrepreneurs for years and in some cases decades about the financing that they need to improve their businesses and really to improve and in some cases revitalize downtown business districts, not just here in Havre but throughout the Highline in our 5-county region.
Tuss explains what businesses can do through the fund.
This is specifically designed for things like facade development, building renovations, sidewalks, period lighting, those type of things, to really positively impact the look and feel of your business district.
Beaver Creek Park owner Brian James says it's more than money, it's momentum.
We're right in downtown Havre. And there are quite a few things to our building and right around the block that we'd like to do that we can't really afford to with just normal cash flow quickly. And so this will help us accelerate our ability to revitalize downtown Havre.
He adds that a fresh look will not only bring in more customers, but more money for the community.
I think any business, especially ours, a small retail business, especially a restaurant, the nicer your facility is, the more it attracts people. And that helps with economic generation in general.
James hopes more businesses will take advantage of the opportunity.
There are a lot of businesses that this will fit, some that it might not. Any that it will fit, I think they should look into it and see if they can use this opportunity to help revitalize our community and grow economic growth.
Bear Paw Development Corporation says loans from the fund will be between $1,000 and $15,000. In addition, they will require a dollar-for-dollar match, and the loans will not go beyond 5 years in length. Nonprofits can apply as well. In Havre, Justin Robichaux, MTN News.
It was a windy day today with peak wind gusts over 60 miles per hour in some locations along the Rocky Mountain front, including Delwell, Bynum Reservoir, and Deep Creek. East of the Rocky Mountain front, it was also windy today with peak wind gusts between 40 and 60 miles per hour. Chinook had a peak wind gust of 55 miles per hour. Malta had a peak wind gust of 53 miles per hour. Browning and Cutbank had a peak wind gust of 49 miles per hour. And then Havre had a peak wind gust of 47 miles per hour. That wind has been diminishing over the past few hours. It's still windy along the Rocky Mountain front right now, but east of the Rocky Mountain front, it's just breezy with sustained wind speeds between 10 and 20 miles per hour. It was also a mild day today, high temperatures in the 50s and low to mid 60s. Right now it's cool outside with temperatures in the 30s and the 40s. Windy conditions are expected again tomorrow, but that wind will go away as we head into the weekend. There are also going to be scattered rain and mountain sun showers around tomorrow with a wintry mix possible along the high line as a cold front works its way through our area. No more details about that precipitation in just a few minutes.
Cascade County will conduct a county-wide test of their Code Red emergency notification system next Wednesday, November 12th. The test alert will come as a phone call with a recorded message from Sheriff Jesse Slaughter. Officials say calls will roll out over about an hour and no action is required. Residents are encouraged to check that their contact information is up to date or enroll by visiting CascadeCountyMT.gov or texting Cascade Alert to 99411. The Code Red system lets law enforcement and first responders send mass phone and text alerts during large-scale emergencies, including evacuations and searches for missing children.
Our call to action to you, or your responsibility as the community, is that we need you to get registered for Code Red. Our priority is simple. We want to keep the people of Cascade County informed, connected, and safe. Signing up for Code Red only takes a few minutes, but it can make all the difference when seconds matter.
Officials say testing helps ensure notifications can be delivered quickly in a real emergency. We'll have more information on how to register for Code Red listed on our website. When money is tight, it can be difficult for some families looking to give their kids the Christmas they deserve. But as I found out, there's a group of Cascade County detention officers who are going beyond the badge to ensure happy holidays.
So we get more word out.
At well over 6 feet tall, Corporal Andy Anderson is an imposing figure. But this time of year, the Cascade County detention officer becomes Santa's favorite correctional officer.
We go to the community schools throughout Cascade County. We ask the counselors there who really know who is in need, who needs help during the Christmas season.
Anderson and his fellow officers on their own time get wish lists and sell $10 discount cards and hold fundraisers at local businesses.
We take all of that money that we have received, we go and purchase the gifts for the kids. We actually all get together as detention officers, actually go out and shop, and then we get together and we gift wrap, and then we actually deliver them to the families right before Christmas.
The program, launched by Detention Officer Corporal Brandy Monks, began during COVID and is similar to Shop with a Cop. And while it's relatively new, it's quickly making an impact.
The first year that I did it, we did like 14 kids. Last year we did 22 kids.
Anderson says while the program is centered around the holiday season, he'd like to see it expanded year-round.
So if we got into the summertime or something like that and we came across a mom that was talking to a local school saying that she needed a stroller or a car seat or something like that for a new kid, we may be able to pitch in because we've raised enough money to go forward into the rest of the year. Upcoming events and success stories can be found on the group's Facebook page. Anderson says he's always been about giving back to the community, and for him, the program hits close to home. I came from a family where it was pinching pennies and struggling. I watched my grandma, work as hard as she can, and the biggest glory she could have is she could buy a lotto ticket, but she was always willing to give back to us. Santa's favorite correctional officers are making a difference beyond the badge. The Santa's Favorite Correctional Officer program will be holding a Raise a Pint night at the Mighty Mo in Great Falls on November 24th. Across Great Falls, schools are stepping up to help students and families put food on the table. The district operates more than 20 food pantries, all working to meet a growing need. Great Falls Public Schools runs 21 food pantries across the district, including every elementary, middle, and high school, plus the pre-kindergarten center. Each pantry provides snacks, meal kits, and basic supplies for students and families who need extra support. At Great Falls High School, that help includes weekly food boxes, free snacks, and even hygiene products like shampoo and feminine supplies. The program is completely community funded, relying on donations rather than federal assistance. Organizers say donated items are always welcome, especially around the holidays.
We definitely have seen a need grow. People forget that Great Falls High per capita is the largest poverty high school in the state. And we have a lot of students who are in need. And our Bison family does everything we can to help them. District staff say donations can be dropped off directly at any school. Those wanting to give funds can send contributions to the Great Falls Public Schools Foundation and designate them for food pantries. The district says the community's support helps ensure no student goes hungry. One meal, one school, and one pantry at a time. It's a farm-to-food bank effort. The producer partnership is bringing ranchers and processors together to provide fresh, locally raised meat to families who need it most. MTN's Anissa Coomer was in Choteau County as over 1,600 pounds of ground pork arrived at the food bank.
Dozens of boxes of freshly processed ground pork made their way into the Choteau County Food Bank Thursday morning, a delivery that will equate to nearly 6,500 meals for local families.
There's just been an influx of people needing more food at the moment. It's substantially gone up the request last week.
The meat was donated by the Twin Hills Colony in Carter. More than 1,600 pounds of pork were processed at the Producer Partnerships facility in Livingston, a nonprofit that turns donated livestock into meals for Montanans in need.
The colony calls us up and we pick up their pigs, and then most producers, what we do is we allow them, when they donate animals, to choose where they want it to go, and Twin Hills wanted it to stay local, so we're bringing it in here today.
President and founder Matt Pearson says donations like this one are vital as more Montana families turn to food banks for support.
Now the need is probably bigger than we've seen it in quite some time, and I think it's really important to be able to connect, producers back to their own communities so that it's much more of local people helping their own.
The Choteau County Food Bank feeds more than 100 families and has seen that number grow steadily throughout the year.
It'll substantially help our food bank recipients within our facility who come in.
But the impact doesn't stop there. The donation will also help stock shelves at the food banks in Highwood, Carter, and Big Sandy, keeping locally raised protein in local communities. In Choteau County, Anissa Coomer, MTN News.
In a unanimous ruling, the Montana Supreme Court has upheld a 2021 state law that banned discrimination based on whether someone has been vaccinated. Passed during the COVID pandemic, House Bill 702 says people can't be denied employment or public accommodations based on their vaccination status. A law firm sued, claiming the law violated fundamental rights. A district court dismissed most of the claims but blocked one section of the law, saying that section wasn't covered by the bill's title as required. The Supreme Court said the plaintiffs didn't provide enough evidence to show the law violated the Constitution, and they found the single section did fall within the title, so they allowed the full law to remain in place. Major disruption to air travel may begin tomorrow. Ahead, we'll look at how the FAA is looking to relieve air traffic controllers.
From Montana's news leader, you're watching the MTN 10 o'clock news.
Major disruption to air travel may begin tomorrow. That's when the FAA says it will cut back flights at 40 of the nation's busiest airports. The extraordinary move is designed to relieve pressure on air traffic controllers who are under strain because of the federal government shutdown. Scripps News Group's Patrick Terpstra reports from one of the airports likely to be impacted, Washington Reagan National Airport.
Travelers at airports across the U.S. preparing to be grounded because of the record-long federal government shutdown.
I'm very concerned because we're flying out on Saturday.
The FAA announcing it may reduce flights by up to 10% across 40 of the nation's busiest airports, potentially causing delays and cancellations in and out of major hubs, including Denver, New York, Houston, and Chicago.
When we see pressures building in these 40 markets, we just can't ignore it, and we're not going to wait for a safety problem to truly manifest itself when the early indicators are telling us we can take action today to prevent things from deteriorating.
A 10% cut could affect as many as 1,800 flights, according to one estimate, plus slow down cargo jets. Ground stops already seen at dozens of airports during the government shutdown, as some air traffic controllers are not showing up to work after not getting a full paycheck since October 1st, straining a system already understaffed.
The stresses, the pressure, the fatigue is setting in. Air traffic controllers are texting, I don't even have enough money to put gas in my car to come to work.
Airlines now scrambling to review flight schedules while saying the vast majority will run as planned. Delta and United say long-haul international flights won't be affected at all and are also offering refunds for any passengers who'd rather not fly. Patrick Terpstra, Scripps News Group at Washington Reagan National Airport.